So guys, I just wanted to introduce you today to the toilet that we use in our van. It's called a Nature's Head. It's a composting toilet. We got it from the States and we had it installed in our van when we had our van made. And it is possibly one of the best things we have in our van. So we don't need to deal with the sewage that you get in those little containers and have to take them off to the dump point and tip it in and wash it out and stuff. We have this and we only need to empty it about every 2-3 weeks probably. Alright, and so it's broken into two parts. In a composting toilet, it actually takes and separates your liquids and the solids. So the liquids here, they go into this reservoir at the front there. It's about 5 litres or so, and there's a separator inside, and any of the liquids will flow down to here. So for you gents out there, it is important that you actually sit down using this toilet because it needs to be towards the front so it goes down the holes and into this reservoir. If that doesn't work for you, there's always outside. We're in a caravan in the great Aussie bush, so you can get out there and use a tree if you wish. The second part is the solids, which there's a little trap door, and you operate the trap door utilising this lever here. So you can probably hear that opening and closing. It's on a spring. It's nice and easy, and it is about 100% accurate. You sit down there and you never have to clean anything at all. It just goes down the hole nice and easy. So a few points to note with this is that you have to use specialised toilet paper. So either use the, we like to use about 2-ply, environmentally safe type toilet paper, but there is specific RV toilet paper you could use for this, but it's just too hard to go to the RV shop and get it when you just go and get the enviro-friendly stuff from your local supermarket. Alright, so I'll just run you through how it actually works. So say you want to come to the toilet, you need to go number 2. So you just go into the toilet room, you lift it up, you'll notice that there's actually no secondary lid here. It's just a moulded toilet seat, so you just sit straight on there. Once you've taken a seat, you can open up the trap door here and you can go and do your business. Use the toilet paper. You can put it straight in there. Some people do keep it and put it in a separate little bin and throw it out just so it doesn't, so they don't need to empty the reservoir itself as much. We don't do that. We just throw the toilet paper in there. It's nice and easy. Once you finish, toilet paper down, close it up, close the lid, done. Nice and easy. And a point to note there is you won't smell anything at all. Nothing. In your toilet, like you do at home, you guys out there that might stink it out, won't happen with this toilet. There's a fan that's a little like computer fan that's 12 volt, and it's extracting any of that smell straight away and it goes out. Because it's going through the peat moss as well, it doesn't, on our van it actually extracts underneath the van, and you don't smell any poo smell at all. It's just like a sweet soily smell that you can smell once the toilet's full. If it's pretty empty, you'll just won't smell anything at all. It's actually quite good. Excellent actually. So once you've done that, it'll extract any of the smell out and you're good to go. You've used the lever. If you go number 2, same as, open the lid, take a seat, point towards the front. Won't be able to see there, but there is 2 little holes towards the front, and I'll show you a picture probably up here right about now or over here, and show you a picture of those. There's 2 little holes and it runs down into this reservoir here. So for us it takes about 3 to 5 days to fill this up, and then you can go either take it outside and tip it on a tree, take it into a toilet, tip it in a toilet and flush, or you can just tip it down the drain. It is not, there's nothing hazardous about urine at all. It's safe to dispose of pretty much anywhere. Just make sure you don't put it on your vegetables or your mum's roses or something, because it might kill it because of the urea in there. Alright, so we talked about the extractor fan. There's actually, depending on where you want to install this, there's 2 points on either side, here and here, if you wanted to move the fan over the other side when you install. So you don't need to have it on one side, you can either move it wherever you want. And the point of entry for the power is on the left hand side here, so the power will always be on the left. There's actually none on the right. Alright, it's all stainless steel hinged. It's really good quality, really hard, nice plastic, you know, and it feels really good quality. You know, you don't feel like you're going to break it. Right, so nice little carry handle on the front here is good. So what we do, if we're actually going to empty the front, and I'll run you through the urine first, is there's two little catches, stainless steel catches here on the sides. If we need to empty the urine, we'd really just pop them up. This swings open a little bit. We have a white cap. We just screw it on there, because if you're pulling it out, sometimes it can get a little bit stuck and you don't want to splash anything. So they give you a couple of little caps, screw it on, grab that, pull it out, take it to wherever you want to dispose of it, put it back in, close the lid, and just fasten down the hatches. Emptying the solids is a little bit more involved, depending on how big your RV is. Like ours is quite small, it's only 19 foot. So it actually attaches to the ground. You screw it into the ground in your caravan or RV. We just undo it. In ours I actually have to take the lid off, and I put the lid into the shower, and then I can take out the base, take it outside. I just throw a big 50-litre composting bag over the top, tighten it up, turn it upside down, shake it out, put it back down again, tie that off. You can just throw it in a bin, and that'll be disposed of. It's safe to do so, perfectly legal to put it into any tip skip or rubbish bin going to landfill. And then basically the reverse, what they use inside the main reservoir for solids is coconut coir. They say you can use peat moss. We have tried it and didn't like it. It sort of clumps up a bit too much. Coconut coir is really quite good. You get the bricks. They cost something about $2.10 or something. Hydrate it with about 4 litres of water. I like to actually hydrate mine, wait for it to go all fluffy, break it up a bit, leave it out in the sun. I use another composting bag for that one as well. Leave it out in the sun, open for a bit, so it just takes a bit of that moisture out, because it works quite a lot better if it's dry. The fan will extract a lot of that moisture out and dry it up, but if you just give it a helping hand at the start, it'll be easier. So once that's done, you pour it in, take it back inside, reassemble, and it's done. It literally takes me now probably, we've been using this for 5 months. It literally takes me probably 10 or 15 minutes to do that, once every 2 or 3 weeks. We have gone to 4 weeks, and it was a bit hard. It gets a bit hard to, you have to turn this turnstile after each use, and it gets a bit hard. So when it's sticking, you kind of know that it's time to change it out. But we are extremely happy with this. My wife has had no dramas with it. I've had no dramas with it. It handles everything. It doesn't matter if you've got soft or hard stools, or if you're vomiting, wouldn't recommend probably putting your head in there, but if you want to, it'll handle that. With you ladies, it works fine. With your menstrual cycle, we just use a pump bottle, and we can spray it out as well to give it a clean after we've gone to the toilet. So just to freshen it up. One thing I did neglect to mention about when we're putting in the urine, so what we do, we use a mixture, and I haven't seen anyone else use it, and it actually works really well. So what we do is, after we've emptied it, we top it up with a bit of, just like, 20 ml, 50 ml of vinegar, and just like a little tip in of eucalyptus oil. And that, next time when you go to empty that out, there will be no smell whatsoever. You might get a little bit of a musty type urine smell, but really nothing at all. If anything, you'll smell eucalyptus oil, and it works really, really well. I wouldn't recommend just going in the toilet without having any vinegar or anything in there, because it could get quite stinky when you disturb it and you are emptying it. So tip for young players there, put a bit of vinegar in there and she'll be good to go. Alright, that's about it. Excellent piece of kit. Will save you money in the long run, no chemicals, extremely environmentally friendly, and it uses no water. So when we're out there in Australia, we can get, I think every flush is something like 15 litres or 10 litres or something in those chemical toilets. This one, nothing at all. So our 180 litre tank, we can go for 5 days using that. So, and that's taking showers and everything. So it's really, really good for the Aussie outback if you want to go to those more remote areas. Alright, thanks very much for tuning in. I'll put a link below for this toilet where we got it from. Fantastic company, US made, really good quality, really good warranties, and you know, I think it's about $1,200. So a little bit more expensive than the chemicals, but you don't have to buy those chemicals I'm going. So it's actually quite a good buy. Alright guys, take care.